Most Spanish learners think they need another app or another grammar book, but I disagree. If you consistently do these 3 things, your Spanish is going to improve much faster, and I am going to give you real live examples today. The first thing every Spanish learner should be doing is journaling. This is my Spanish journal, and I write every single thing in Espanol. I'm going to tell you how you can journal to get the most effective way so that it can help you enhance your speaking, your writing, and actually start putting sentences together without it feeling difficult. Now you may be saying, Sunny, I don't know enough to start journaling in Spanish. I got you. You don't have to write your entire entry in Spanish. You can start by writing one sentence. You can start by writing a paragraph. But all I'm asking you is to write every single day in Espanol. So you are not going to translate every sentence. Write what you do know and even use a little bit of Spanglish. Now, how I do this is when I'm writing in my journal and I do not know a word, I underline that word. Don't worry about it at that moment. Just write that word in English. Continue your writing practice. When you are finished writing your journal entry, I want you to go to Spanish Dictionary and I want you to look up every word that you did not know. And then write that word on the back page in Spanish. Go back to what you wrote and actually review where you missed the Spanish words. You don't have to conjugate them once you write them. You just need to absorb what you were trying to say. Now, what this does is the way that you write in your journal is usually how you would talk. It's usually the things that you would say about what happened in your day, what happened in your life. This morning I ate this. Yesterday I did that. And so that is actually preparing you to speak the way that you would speak in your day-to-day life. The second thing every Spanish learner should be doing is role play. Yes, role play is so important in your Spanish journey. Actually, let me show you a quick clip of how we role play in my Spanish community.
Señora Roxanne, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
¿Crees que necesitas una cama más grande o su cama está bien?
No, mi cama está bien, es bueno.
¿Hay algo más que quieres cambiar?
Sí, las cortanas.
Las cortanas.
¿Crees que necesitas una cama más grande?
Sí, porque mi esposo y yo tenemos 6 nietos.
Escritorio.
Poner la cómoda detrás de la puerta.
If you are enjoying this video, make sure that you like and subscribe so that you won't miss content like this that's constantly helping you while you're learning Spanish. So that was an example of us role-playing an interior designer because we had just learned about all the items that is in our bedroom for that week with our native teachers. Some other things you can role-play is what would you order at a restaurant? A job interview. What would you say to a taxi driver? How would you shop if you're out in the streets in Mexico or somewhere? Real life situations that you can actually use in real life. Yeah. So the huge benefit of role playing is you can learn how to speak before those situations actually come into your experience. The third thing that every Spanish learner should be doing, and this is not negotiable, my friends, mis amigos, is you should be speaking. You can know 1,000 words, but if you never speak, you will never be comfortable speaking. So I'm going to give you some ways that you could actually speak for free. But if you want to speak with native speakers and other learners, I have an entire Speaking Spanish program, and the link is in the description. The first free way that you can make sure that you speak Spanish every single day is to speak with yourself. Now, remember I was telling you about that role play? Let me show you a little bit of crazy Sunny. Let me show you how I actually role play with myself so that I can be prepared for future situations. I'm going to be sunny and soleada. Actually, sunny means soleado in español, pero soy una mujer. Entonces, I am going to be soleada instead of soleado, okay? Hola, Sunny, ¿qué tal? Estoy bien, pero un poco triste. ¿Por qué? Porque tengo mucho trabajo y no tengo tiempo para descansar. Lo siento, Sunny, necesitas cuidarte. Sí, lo sé. Voy a tratar de descansar más. ¿Qué haces para relajarte? Me gusta caminar, escuchar música y meditar. Pues tengo que volver al trabajo. Chao. Okay, I'm back. So that was just like a little simple conversation that you can have with yourself. You can just play these scenarios out with yourself. Any words that you don't know, you can just write it down and then repeat the role play. Of course, a few other ways that you can start speaking Spanish is with native teachers. You can get a language partner. You can find them online. And you can even do some voice recordings so that you can see how your accent is getting better, or you can see what mistakes that you hear your own self making. Let me know in the comments if you've ever tried any of these methods. And if you want to hang out just a little bit longer, check one of these videos out over here. Nos vemos pronto. Ciao.